think Matt would be proud of this cup of tea. Dan Hendrickson here at Torquay Golf Club. Review time, hashtag Ask Dan. We're going to be putting head to head two clubs, very different irons. The Callaway Apex Pro, and we're going to put it up against the Cobra King MB iron. I'll give you a little bit of information on the actual products themselves, tell you what they look like, what they feel like, then we'll have a little look at some numbers and see which ones come out on top. We're going to start with the King Forged MB iron. Obviously this is a bladed iron, so a lot of weight down at the bottom, a lot of weight pushed against the face on this club to generate maybe a little bit more spin, a little bit more control. It is a forged product, so it should feel a little bit softer for me, but ultimately Cobra, what they're saying is that with this particular iron, you should just get a little bit more control with shot shaping. Let's hit some shots, get some numbers. So first looks down at the MB by Cobra. You know, what's not to love about this club? Beautiful squat finish, not particularly long in the face, very thin top line, scares me a little bit, but everything I want to see from a blade. And you get one out the middle, like that one, and it feels absolutely superb. Just what I want to get from a golf club. But what comes from that small look is almost a little bit of lack of confidence as well. You know, I'm always fearing now that I'm possibly going to get maybe that off-centered strike, which, you know, is it going to hit my target? Oh, that's not out the middle. And that's my slight problem, is if I don't quite get this one out the middle, the numbers do drop, and we'll have a little look at those in a minute. It's got progressive flow weighting, so what that means is we got in the longer iron, so the 4 iron, the 5 iron, the CG is pushed further down, so the tungsten weight is pushed further down in the head just to help pop that ball up in the air, and then as the lofts go up, so as we get more into the sort of pitching wedge and the 9 iron, the CG is pushed further up the face, again just to get a bit more control over those ball flights. So first looks down at the ball, we're now starting to see a nice chrome finish compared to, let's say, the black in the MB iron. Instantly it gives me confidence coming from that blade now into this iron. I just feel like I've got a lot more face to hit when I look down at this compared to, let's say, the MB, giving me more confidence. Now what I like about this test is we've got two irons that are very different, but they've got the same lofts on them, so I'm expecting to see very similar numbers in yardages for sure, but maybe just slightly different, maybe with my off-centered strikes. I'm expecting to see maybe a little bit more help out of the Callaway than I am, let's say, the MB. So I've hit 5 shots with each club. Let's now look at the screen, have a little look at some of the numbers and see which one comes out on top. Right, let's look. We've got the Cobra on top. First 5 shots, second 5 shots were with Callaway. You can see ball speed here with the Cobra is a 115 against a 116, so really nothing in it from the ball speed side of things. Both launching at 19.3 and 19.5, so again nothing in it from that point of view. Let's look at some spin. Spinning averaging at 7.5 against 7.4, so again like less than 100 revs in it, I think, something like that. If we see my descent angle, we got 48.8 against 49, so again, nothing in it from that point of view. And both peaking out at 34 yards in height. And then average carry, if we look 157 compared to 158, I think what we can see a bit of a drop between, or a pickup, should we say, from 149 to 162 on the MB, so possibly a slight miss hit on that top one. But getting 162, that's good. And then you can see here possibly in the Callaway we're getting maybe a bit more consistency with the numbers there. Not much of a movement there from, what's that, 157 to 160, so only 3-yard gap. Wow, nothing in it really, was there? Absolutely zero in it with the numbers. I expected to see maybe the MB spin a fraction more than, let's say, the Callaway would, but you could see from the numbers that the yardages were almost identical, the spin numbers were within 100 revs of each other, launch was about the same, ball speed was about the same, there's nothing in it. What it comes down to then is what it looks like, what it feels like to you. For me there, I think I could game either of those clubs, both beautiful looking different irons, but I think from a confidence point of view, I would have to choose possibly the Apex, Callaway Apex over the Cobra MB, purely because my days of a blade is, well, it's gone really. So yeah, so that's why I would choose that. Let me know, have you been out and tested? Have you compared going from, let's say, a blade to a cavity back, or maybe even like a cavity back to maybe a chunkier iron? What are you getting from the numbers from it? Are you trying to choose, let's say, two that are very close together? I think it's really important that you get out and test all the products on the market. Obviously choose a few that you like the look of and go from there, but you can see there, two very different irons, one looking like it's probably a little bit scarier to hit than the other, but the numbers really don't make a great deal of difference. Was it to do with the loft? Probably. Let me know how you get on. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you want to see any more of these reviews and what you want to see on them. Don't forget to subscribe, give it the thumbs up, and put some comments down below. See you all soon.